let's go to a singles event.
Fellas, start signing up for these events. Start going to these events. I like these events because it makes it easy to approach someone, and it makes it easy for someone to approach you.
Delete your dating apps. I don't use dating apps, and I'll tell you why.
Starting to think men were created to be with men.
Singles events are a last resort for the desperates and leftovers who are searching.
Well, I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend.
It is not a place for genuine people who want to find love.
Man walks into a mixer. All the women turn their nose up at him and turn their backs to him and start talking to him.
Their agenda doesn't align with yours. They're looking for money.
You asked and I listened. If you're tired of the dating apps and actually want to meet someone in person, listen up. It's the end of the summer, and you know what that means. It's almost cuffing season. Lizzie of Lower Marion Foodie and I are hosting the singles event to close out the summer. It's time for you and all of your besties to find someone to cuddle up with as the weather starts to get cooler. Send this to your group chat, send it to your friends, send it to people on Tinder. If you're serious about finding a partner, I better see you and all of your besties there.
Single events where singles go to meet other people are the worst, because that's pretty much just the leftovers and the completely hopeless people that have zero values and zero standards, you know. They just go there in hope that they find someone that they can date. You know, single groups, single Facebook groups, single markets, dating apps, like all of these things are where the singles with no standards go to and never get anything. That's the worst place to meet high-quality women.
Like I said before, these singles events are not for people who want real relationships. The quality people you usually meet at those events aren't there for the right reasons. They already have enough problems on their own and are looking to add on to yours. Don't even waste your time.
I would love if we could be honest and rebrand singles events as the truth, which is a perfect place to meet your brand new platonic best friend. Men don't go to these. Men do not go to singles events. Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men don't go. Stop it.
We don't go to singles events because our self-esteem can't handle the rapid-fire rejections of 35 people in a night. I did it once and never again. I didn't even know singles events existed. Men don't go because they think that's where the leftover women go. They also think this to a slightly less degree about us on online dating. I wouldn't go to a singles event because I don't want to pay. If I can't get a girl for free, then I'm not spending money to learn the same thing twice. You are correct. Why would these men go to these singles events after hearing these women saying countless times over and over again that they are an independent woman that does not need a man for anything? But now they're all saying, I don't want to be independent anymore, because they've realized that they actually need a man in their lives. They've realized that they've been lied to all this time.
I'm going to another singles event, and this is my outfit. The skirt is 7 for All Mankind, the top is House of Harlow, the bow is Amazon, the little bow socks are Amazon, the boots are from Nordstrom Rack, and the dog is from the Pound.
Went to a singles mixer, and only women showed up. Attempted going to a singles mixer in downtown Phoenix. The ratio of men to women was way off. We left after maybe 40 minutes, but hey, we tried.
Okay, I'm confused. What happened to strong, independent women don't need no man? What happened to women not wanting to date men anymore? What happened to lonely, single, and desperate men would do anything to get a woman? For some reason, the math is not mathing. Because from what I'm hearing about singles events, it's flooded with women. Women are looking for relationships. Women are looking for relationships despite whatever they're saying online, that they prefer to be alone without men. See, women are not being truthful. They come online and they say they don't need a man. They don't want to be in a relationship. They don't want to settle. But then when you see a singles event, it's primarily all women. Where are the men? Yeah, we know where the men are because they don't want to deal with it anymore. You see, there's a big difference. When women say they don't want something, they actually want it. When a man says he doesn't want something, he means it.
If a girl is at a singles mixer, she's a red flag. If she was all that, someone would have dated her out in the real world. I got a dog to walk, barbells to press, and my guitar ain't gonna play itself. Who gives a crap about singles mixers? 2 years after my divorce, went out on 3 dates. Too much has changed and it's sad. 4 years single now. Happiest I've ever been. The Lord will give it if I need. These things are just for women. Why would men go to mixers to be told we're thirsty? They're so strong and independent until they need a man to come bail them out of their misery. Stay strong, fellas. Don't fall for it.
I am going speed dating in 3 hours simply so that I have stories to distract my therapist with this week so that we don't talk about the crumbling demise that is my brain. So, hot tip. I'm going to go shower now. Okay, bye.
I made out with a 27-year-old. And he wasn't even part of speed dating. What?
I'm starting to think these women who are going to these singles events are just looking for sex and not marriage. These events are designed to get you to know the person, not make out with strangers you just met. Each of these women go there with the wrong intentions. Just like this woman here, who secretly took a video of the guys simply because they were short.
Get unready with me while I tell you about my experience speed dating in New York City. First of all, I was going in with low standards anyways because I'm already so picky on the dating apps. I knew I didn't have much luck. If you're wondering why I'm getting unready in the morning, it's because last night I slept in my makeup. I know. And this morning I'm going to a skincare influencer event. They told us to come with all makeup off, so you know these influencers were all about to be humbled in a bare face. Just kidding. You know we're all beautiful with and without makeup, period. So anyways, I get there and I can pretty much make friends with a wall. So I immediately walk up to 2 girls and we're like, this selection? Literally every single guy was 5'6" or under, and there was not one cute guy. I tried to get a little clip for y'all. Honestly, I did enjoy socializing with people, although I did leave early, which was kind of rude because there was an even amount of people, but I just couldn't deal with it anymore. I was like, this is draining my energy. I have to protect myself. Protect your energy, sisters. Let me just tell y'all, I am in my dating phase, so there will be more stories to come, but will it be at this speed dating event? No!
And then they wonder why men don't show up to these desperate events. It's fine to have your preference. But to put these guys on the internet while making fun of their looks and height is really the issue here. This is probably why most men today have stopped approaching women. They keep mentioning the dating phase. The dating phase is for the leftovers, the ones who are dating multiple people for entertainment and not for the right reasons.
Because online dating is an absolute dumpster fire mess, I decided last week to go to a speed dating event. Every person was really nice, easy to talk to, and I had a lot of fun. But honestly, I didn't really feel a big spark or romantic connection with any of the guys. Basically, they give you a scorecard and you check yes or no next to everyone's name and then hand it in to the event organizers at the end of the night. And if you both check yes, you'll be emailed with each other's contact info. I did check yes for a couple of guys, but I did not match with anybody.
To sum it up, she was a little furious when no one picked her to be their date, and she came up with this new motto to make herself feel better.
So my new motto for all things dating is I don't chase, I attract, and what I seek is also seeking me.
What did you expect? This is probably why I'm going to be single forever. Not really by choice. It's not about being insecure. It's about staying the fuck in your lane. Because honestly, when it comes to the whole finding a wife thing, a lot of men want women to cook and clean. I'm just like not gonna fucking cook and clean. Cook! Like, I've been eating canned fucking tuna for the past 15 years of my fucking life.
What did you say?
I'm not cooking for myself. Why the fuck am I gonna cook for you? So I get why you would not want to choose a woman like me to be your wife. I don't really look like a wife either. I'm pretty. I get it. Thanks to mom and dad. Shout out to Big G. But like, I am not prim and proper. I'm not going to be a trophy wife. Okay. My hair, highlights. Yeah, that's the most type of upkeep that I do. I don't even shave my legs. I go months without shaving my legs. So I am a DJ, okay? Travel the world. I get paid to party. I'm around men. No one's gonna fucking take me seriously. No man that wants an ambitious woman. They lie. Women with ambition are women that can't be controlled. You have a voice. Your voice gives an opinion. Men don't like women to have opinions. So in conclusion, amongst a lot of other things, I just feel like I'm going to be single forever. Not because of me not choosing men, but because men not choosing me. Because clearly, I just don't make the fucking cut.
I would hate to see her living space. Her toilet bedroom gotta be nasty. She needs to sit down with an elder who can explain to her the ramifications of the choices she makes. Hope you like cats. You're a can of tuna, Lady Beau. You're right. Stay in your lane. You're not wifey material at all. Yes, you don't make the cut at all. She just talking shit. She'll be miserable in 3 months. But then again, there is men that can't do better that will pick her up. I think we can all agree that a good man would be better off without her. She's literally telling you that she's not wifey material at all because of the way she lives her life. In 15 years, instead of learning how to cook, she's been too busy eating canned food. And I don't understand what the whole issue is with cleaning. Does she not clean her home? Hopefully the man she ends up with knows what he's getting into.
I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I was sitting over on the bench. I was over on the bench. I made a salad with craisins.
And here's the update. I did not meet my husband. Honestly, I feel like the event was pretty poorly organized. Like, everyone was kind of just in a room and I don't know, there was just like no natural mingling going on. There was also no music. The drink situation was also kind of just like pre-made pictures of margaritas. Another thing, but this one I kind of expected, there were just so many more women than men. Like, it is New York City and it's also a ticketed dating event, so I feel like that kind of lends itself to being more female heavy. Also, everyone just seemed really young, and from talking to a couple of the guys, they were definitely like slightly younger than me. I'm 28, they were like 27, I think, which I know it's like kind of the same age, but I feel like historically I've only dated people that are older than me, so read into that what you will.
Going to a singles event has got to be the worst place you can go to find a husband. And no wonder why there wasn't as many men there at the event. That's because most men think it's a waste of time. And some of these women that go there are just looking for an ego boost. Not worth it.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean?
Let's talk about why I never paid on the first 3 dates with a man. Now, I know I'm gonna get some heat for this, and I can already hear the haters now saying, that's sexist, women and men are equal now. It's empowering for a woman to pay for her share of the date. Now, you know what's empowering? Knowing my worth, and if a man doesn't think I'm worth a $10 cocktail or a nice dinner out, he is not my man. And this is not about the fact that I couldn't take myself out for a $10 cocktail or a nice dinner, because ladies, you can make your own cash monies, pay for your own ish, be a boss babe at work, and still have a man pay for you on a date, because chivalry is just not Look, I am here for all the feminism and women empowerment, but let me just say this. I will not let a man use feminism as an excuse to be cheap and lazy. Because men who are cheap with their money are cheap with their time, their emotions, and their willingness to give to you on a much bigger level than just their wallet. Ladies, you gotta really ask yourself if you're reaching for your wallet on the first 3 dates because you feel like it empowers you, or if you're reaching for your wallet because you feel guilty and deep down inside you don't feel like you're worth a man taking you out. And here's what I'm trying to tell you. You are worth it and so much more. You are worth that open bar tab. You are worth that 5-star restaurant. You are worth those front row seats. So here's what I would do on the first 3 dates with a man when the bill came out. I would stare right at him, not even pretending to flinch from my wallet because, honey, I know my worth. And if he doesn't, well, then at least I got a free dinner out of it.
Also, the man is worth a woman taking him out. I don't understand these double standards. Why is he lazy and cheap if he doesn't pay, but I am not? No, I disagree. On the first few dates, it should be split 50-50. This way, you can tell if the girl isn't using you for a free meal. if she has to pay then. I never pay ever, and if I ever do, I've lost all respect for him. If she doesn't reciprocate the gestures, or pay for any dates you need to let her go, those types of girls are broke and are only looking to take, and take. They only want equality when it benefits them. This other woman said this: I don't pay for any. Me attending is paying enough for that date. Hair, makeup, nails, outfit, lashes. Yeah, never. Not a single man cares about the fake things you add to your body, lady. No disrespect.
A 10, but he's short.
A 1.
7.
He's like a 6.
He's a 6.
Can I go with a 5? 3.
You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world. I swear to God. Listen, I'm not shaming people for their looks, but I am, though.
I have to laugh. I'm sorry. This is so ridiculous.
Tonight I'm going to a Jewish singles event alone in Miami Beach, so come with me on this solo journey. It's a solo mentality summer, guys. We're traveling alone, we're going out alone, we're meeting out people, regardless of who's there. This is the fit. Can't go wrong with Skims. It's a classic. Uber's here. I'll take you with me. Currently in the Uber live updates to come soon.
Stop! I went to a speeding event last night with my friend just for fun, and honestly, it was the most horribly painful experience ever. The most attractive guy there, in my opinion, was wearing slides and looked like he just came back from the beach where he spent the day with his boys. Like, that's how he was dressed. And then when I first walked in, I saw a guy wearing a top hat. And I'm not gonna lie, I was dreading having a conversation with him. But that turned out to be my most interesting conversation. Like, that was the conversation I enjoyed the most. And I left halfway through, so I didn't even talk to, like, all of them. But that was absolutely horrible, and I will never be going again.
Starting to think men were created to be with men.
What the hell are you talking about?
Cause all they want to do is be with their homeboys. Take trips with the boys, go shop with the boys, go eat with the boys. Let your girl ask you to do nothing. All of a sudden you stressed, you tired, but you happy with the boys.
Some women are just really stressful to deal with sometimes. A man doesn't want to come home, and then he's at war with his woman. The boys are just fun to hang out with. The boys aren't gonna stress him out. That doesn't mean men were made for men. Everyone deserves time for themselves. Like they say, if he is happier with his friends than with you, then you are the problem.
It's not an enjoyable experience for me, and I don't like any of you.
I literally cannot believe that we have to set a date and time to go sit at a little table and decide if we want to each other or not.
It's Friday night and I'm dressed up and going out for a change. There's a singles event, Trading for a Lady, run by a radio station, Triple N, and I'm going with my best friend who I've known for 20 years, and I've got this cute outfit which I never get to wear. So, either way, if it's a little bit lame, we can always leave and go to the fried ice cream place nearby. So wish me luck. Cheers!
A single mixer and only women showed up.
And it was in Atlanta.
Are men
Oh, God.
Can we finish the question? Can't even get done talking here. Are men tired of y'all shit?
I mean, we're gonna let the men start first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, you tired of our shit?
Men are.
The single mixer they're talking about is this one right here, where it was a bunch of women and no man. Going to the single mixer just to buy them drinks. Strong, independent, don't need a man. Message is working.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Go on dates. Go on as many dates as you possibly can. Figure out what you like. Figure out what you don't like. Have the awkward small talk and the strange conversations and the terrible first dates and the even worse second dates. Put yourself in those experiences because it will help you fundamentally grow as a person so much. You will learn so much about yourself by putting yourself out there in dates and in comfortable situations. And if it sucks, who cares? It's an experience and you don't have to go out with that person again. But you have to get comfortable putting yourself out there because dating is an uncomfortable thing. And the only way to get comfortable doing it is by doing it.
Another one trying to brainwash women. How about dating with intention for once? Going on these multiple dates will only help you become broke even more. Do not waste your time doing such a thing, fellas.
Well, I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a fishing for love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man. And even the 1 man that did RSVP did it through one of the ladies. Now, I did all of my marketing specifically towards men because I knew that the women would RSVP. I promoted the event on 45 different Facebook groups specifically about hunting, fishing, camping, country life, and all local to my area. I know that my post reached over 12,000 people specific to the age group, the gender, and the interests that I just described. And yet, no man RSVP'd. So let's talk about why men are not RSVPing and attending these singles meet and greets. So I read something that said that men are just more spontaneous, they just want to show up, but I don't think that's true because men have no problem buying their season tickets to a football game a year in advance, being on time for their fantasy football event, being at a 7 a.m. golf tee time. So the issue must be that they're just not interested in attending these singles meet and greets. I also read that men don't really like the pressure of meeting a woman in a formal dating experience, and they prefer meeting a woman naturally, like at a bar or a concert. But like, don't we all? Now remember, I chose an event that men love doing, and I get men here every day at my farm fishing. I chose a fishing event because as an event planner, I know that I have to always have something for men to be doing. Men don't enjoy just standing around talking like women do. So that's why I chose fishing as the predominant activity. And yet they still didn't want to come. So I would love to hear from you all as to why you think men don't attend singles events. Because all I hear is them on social media talking about how lonely they are and how they all want to meet a woman and how much they hate the apps. So what do you think?
What part of men are done? Are we having trouble understanding? Someone replied, they refuse to hear it. They bring nothing but destruction. Their egos won't allow them to hear. We don't want to feel worthless. To go and to be rejected again. Not a good feeling when it would be multiple women simultaneously. Not good for egos. Dating isn't worth it anymore. It would also ruin fishing for most guys. Men go fishing to get away from women. It's incredible how little women understand men. It's incredible how surprised she is that no man attended the singles event. I mean, what exactly did she expect? And most of these women who actually attend those singles events are quite desperate. They're mostly looking for a savior. Take a look.
I'm gonna be to a singles event in Atlanta for Valentine's Day. I'm a little late, but we ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all, let's get into this venue. Like, look how amazing this apartment venue was. They had these cards so that you could, like, start conversations and ask questions for people. Of course, there was way more women than men, but it was a free event with drinks and food, so can't complain for real.
In case you didn't notice, there's only a few men there compared to the amount of women. It's only a good idea if there's actually genuine people trying to find real relationships. Not with what's going on in the dating world today.
Right, this is beyond embarrassing, but help me pick out which singles event to go to for Valentine's Day. I've just not been dating. I haven't been really putting myself out there, and I need some sort of accountability to get me out there dating again. I've been single for 12 years. I've had situationships, I've had flings, but I've never had a committed relationship. And it's something that I definitely want, so I need to kickstart my dating life because it has been the Sahara Desert out here. It has been 0 dates in a really long time. So I want to put myself out there and have you kind of tell me that I need to do this because I have been sitting on the bench and not playing the game.
This woman is a walking red flag. It always amazes me as they get older, they start wanting relationships. She has been single for 12 years of her life, busy with situationships, sleeping with multiple people. She has finally gotten out of her hard girl era and desires a man. These types of women usually don't make for good wives. They're just full of trauma and problems.
I'm done with you guys.
Oh, what?
Yeah, no, I've had enough, and I would like you to leave now, please.
Okay.
Yep, get on out.
And that's why I do not go to those mixers anymore. When you go, it ends up being nothing but women. And to those men that like to say you can't find women, you can't approach women, you know, they're there at these mixers. It's a beautiful, successful women who are making a conscious effort to put themselves out there to meet someone. And before you start hating, oh, there's just a bunch of women that can't find nobody. And there's a lot of people out there that can't find anybody. Young, old, black, white, rich, poor. These women are actively putting in the work to make themselves available.
That's right.
Guys, you really don't even have to spend money at these events. Fellas, start signing up for these events. Start going to these events. I like these events because it makes it easy to approach someone, and it makes it easy for someone to approach you. Classic stuff. I'm putting this out there because I want to start going to them again. Yeah, sign up for them. Just sign up for someone, and it makes it easy for someone to approach you. That classic stuff. I'm putting this out there because I want to start going to them again. Yeah, sign up for them. Just sign up for them.
Ah yes, you can just smell it. The desperation is off the charts. Why is she trying to force men to go to these things anyway? If they wanted to attend, they would. It's just a waste of time. In this next clip, you will see this man detailing how he witnessed a man getting embarrassed at a mixer.
Consider this paradigm, if you would. A man walks into a mixer like this, singles mixer. And so he decides to approach his table with a group full of women. And all the women turn their nose up at him and turn their backs to him and start talking to each other. He approaching the next woman and she's like, you too short. Next. Then he walks up to the other woman. She's like, you look like you broke. No. Then he walks up to the next woman and he's like, well, I don't know what it is about it. It's something about him that I don't like. So she rolls her eyes at him and acts disinterested and looks at her phone.
These women obviously aren't there for the right reasons. They're just looking for men to boost their ego. The bottom line is, if you are not the man that they want, this is how they treat you. They fed you to believe that a mixer is where you go to meet people who wants to date seriously. But when you go, this is some of the things that happens to you. That's the part they leave out. Now, not all mixers does this, but just be aware.
Deleted my Hinge in August and I have been so happy without it. Let me tell you, that app just makes me feel like shit about myself. Dating apps used to work for me in the past, but I don't know if it's just that I'm getting older. Meeting someone in the wild is so much better because when you meet in the wild, you have that confirmed attraction to each other, that confirmed interest. Whereas if I go on a Hinge date, the guy might not be attracted to me. He might not like my voice. He might think I'm weird. But if they meet you in person and ask for your number, you're like, okay, word. Like, I don't know if I'll ever go back to Hinge, but it was fun while it lasted.
So I'm talking to this guy that I met on a dating app. He's about 40 years old, never married, never had kids. He does the lighting for weddings. I love weddings. I think weddings are beautiful. So I'm like gushing over his job. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you must have so many great ideas for your own wedding when you're ready to be married. You must have seen some really cool things after attending so many weddings. And I said, tell me some cool things, like what you would want to incorporate in your wedding, like different lights or different, just like I wanted to know. He responds with, I'm having an airtight prenup. Excuse me, sir, are you rich? That's exactly what I texted him back. I said, are you rich? He's like, haha, it was a joke. That was a really bad joke. I just started talking to you, 1 and 2. You're talking about a prenup when you probably make way less than me. Like, sir, get your life.
The audacity of this woman. The guy was referencing the 70% divorce rate, and he mentioned prenup because he sees how some marriages are ending. At least that's my interpretation of the joke. By the way, she was the one who asked the man about his wedding ideas he would like to incorporate. But because she didn't like his response, it was a red flag. I'd say that man isn't missing out on anything at all. Even this woman in her comments has something to say, she said. But you asked him about his wedding and you're mad because he gave you a response. This makes no sense. And she responded, I didn't like his response. Period. Absolutely childish.
I'm single and 28, and when I moved to New York, I decided to start going to things like speed dating events, single meetups, and here's the thing, you have to set the expectation low for these types of events, right? You can't go in thinking, I'm gonna meet my husband tonight. If anything, it's a great way to try something new, get out of your comfort zone, and also to stretch the muscle of talking to potential partners.
I've determined the worst part of being single. It's not feeling lonely, it's not missing the person, it's wanting intimacy. Like, I just want to be held. And not by some random Chad from the bar. Like, you know the feeling of being held by someone that you love and trust?
If you want to know a secret, I am literally wearing lingerie to a singles event on Christmas. I promise you, once I style it, she will not look like a lingerie dress. You will see. I'll be right back. Okay, she's ready. She's giving. We got the boots and yeah, red. Literally crying because I have the worst dating luck. Okay, I've calmed down now. Story time. This is why I have the worst luck with boys. So last week I went to a singles event. I had such low expectations, went in like, I'm just here to vibe. I end up meeting this boy. To describe him, he's like surfer boy, TikTok, aesthetic vibes. This guy was into me and I was like, why is this guy into me? Like, does he know who he's talking to? But guys like that are really never into me. So I was just like, you know what? Maybe I should have higher expectations for myself. Like, surfer boys can like girls like me. At this event, one of his friends was trying to convince me to buy comedy tickets to his show. And this surfer man's bought me a ticket to go with him, which was supposed to be this weekend. We've been texting, we FaceTime this weekend, which was his idea. Today, he ends up texting me, look, I ended up meeting someone a few weeks before I met you, and I want to give my full attention to you, but I can't right now. And I don't mind dating multiple people at once. I just don't know why he wants to close the door with me when he just met this other girl like 2 weeks before me. When you think it's finally your time, everything is clicking, it's not. What I've learned from this, though, is that I should have higher standards for myself. I can be with a surfer man if I want to be with a surfer man.
Singles events are not for people who want to date seriously. The types of people that go there are the ones who are usually broken or the ones who are desperate for a relationship. Most of the time you will keep running into people with multiple dating options, like this woman here or the guy who's playing games with her. It's honestly a waste of time. You are just wasting your money on someone who's also dating other people. What a joke.